Hi friends, hope all are doing well. In our previous lecture we have learned judiciary, its functions and other aspects of judiciary in detail. Now we are heading to our next chapter, that is federalism. So just before heading to federalism in detail, let's understand what actually federalism is. Federalism is a form of government, or we can say it is a compound or mixed mode of government that consists of a central government as well as state government, or we can say a general government as well as regional governments. So in India we have a federal structure, not exactly federal in character, but we follow federalism, right? Yes. So these are the important topics we are going to look at in this chapter. What is federalism? Federalism in the Indian constitution, federalism with a strong central government, and conflicts in Indian federalism. So let's look at all the topics one by one. So this is the first topic. What is federalism? So as we have already defined federalism, it is a mode of government, or it's a mixed mode of government, consists of two polities, right? One at the center and other at the state. So we know India is a land of immense diversities. Diversities in the form of language, religion, cultures. Still we share a common landmass, right? India. Then country with unity in diversity. Of course we know unity in diversity, that's the most celebrated word, right? Also described as unity with diversity. Usually we say what? Unity in diversity. It can also be described as unity with diversity, right? Yes. So federalism, actually federalism is an institutional mechanism to accommodate two polities, one at the regional level and other at the national level, one at the state level and other at the central level, right? Regional means state, national means center. Okay, each government is autonomous in its own sphere. What is that? Central government has its own power, state government has its own power, and both can share some other subjects, right? You know, in schedule 7 we have different lists, right? Union list, state list and concurrent list. Yes, so we will look at those topics in the coming chapters. Yeah. Then India has a single citizenship. What is that single citizenship? You know, in the case of America, in the context of America, we can say America has two citizenship, that is dual citizenship. What is that? You know, America has states as well as the name America, right? Yes. In America, there are two citizenship, one at the state level. If you are in New York, you will get New York citizenship as well as American citizenship. Okay, there are two citizenship, one is of the state you belong to and second is of the country, that is USA or America, right? So there are two citizenship, but in India we have only one citizenship, that is Indian citizenship. Hope you understand. That is, India has only one citizenship, that is Indian citizenship. Like if you are in Kerala, you will not get Kerala citizenship, right? You will not get Kerala citizenship, you will get only Indian citizenship. If you are in Maharashtra, you are getting Indian citizenship, right? If you are in JNK, you get Indian citizenship, right? We don't have two citizenship, but in USA and in some other countries, there are dual citizenship mechanism. Okay, yeah. So central matters as well as regional matters, of course, there are matters related to center as well as matters related to the region, that is state. To prevent conflict between center and state, we have a mechanism called judiciary, right? An independent judiciary. In our previous lecture, we have learned it in very detail. Okay, so no need to explain it again. Moving on, next is federalism in the Indian constitution. Federalism in the context of Indian constitution. You know, Indian society has regional diversity and linguistic diversity. Regional diversity, what is that? North, south, east, west, right? Yes. Then linguistic, language. Hindi, Tamil, Malayalam, Kannada, Telugu. Okay, yeah, it's linguistic, language. So India is a it's a land of diversity, right? Rich diversity, not only in the form of language but regional, okay, cultural. There are a lot of diversities. Okay, classification of diversity. Yeah. Then Indian constitution adopts the principle that the relation between center and state would be based on cooperation. So it's called cooperative federalism, right? We have a terminology, cooperative federalism. That means Indian constitution adopts the principle that the relation between center and state, it should be based on cooperation, right? That's what cooperative federalism is. Then Constitution of India doesn't mention the word federalism. in the constitution you cannot see the word federalism, but it is given in another format. You know, in article 1, that is article 1 subclause 1, India, that is Bharat, shall be a union of states. So nowhere in the constitution mention what federalism or federation. Okay, India is a federation. Instead, India is a union of state, right? India, that is Bharat, shall be a union of states. Then article 1 subclause 2, the states and the territories thereof shall be as specified in the first schedule. That means India is a union of states. Okay, India is a union of states. In effect, okay, we can say it's a federation, right? Yes, not completely a federation, but India has its own kind of federation or mode of federation. Okay, yes. Next is division of powers. Of course, there are two polities, one at the center, one at the regional level or state, right? So there must, of course, there are possibilities for conflict in terms of power, in terms of, you know, finance, in terms of administration. There can be so many aspects of, you know, what conflict. Okay, there can be a very possibility of what conflicts in these matters. So division of power is a very important matter in this federalism or federal structure of government. Okay, Indian constitution consists of two sets of government, we know that. One for the entire nation called union government, or we can say central government, right? Union government or central government. One for each unit, or we can say state or region, called state government. So there are two modes of polity or polities, one at this what center, that is union, and one at the state, that is region. Okay, regional. Yeah, both has constitutional status and clearly identified area of activity. It's a very important point. Both has constitutional status, both state and center has constitutional status, plus it has what clearly identify area of activity or area of focus. Okay, one cannot interfere completely in another's issue, but there are so many loopholes. Okay, we are coming to it. Economic and financial powers are centralized in the hands of central government by the constitution. That means more powers are vested in the central government or vested with the central government than the state. Hope you understood this, right? Financial as well as economic, that is economic and financial what supremacy is with the central government. That means state has to depend center for economic and financial aspects. That's the very logic of it. Okay, center is always powerful, more powerful. Okay, that's a very logic, that's a very idea. Then these are the different lists, okay, mentioned in the 7th schedule: union list, state list, and concurrence list. These are some of these subjects or, you know, subject matters defined in all these lists. Let's look at union list first. Subject matters are, these are the subjects defined in union list: defense, foreign affairs, banking, railway, sports. Okay, there are many other subjects, okay, other in union list. It's not given completely over here. Okay, yeah. Then state list: agriculture, police, public health, land. Then concurrent list: education, forest, trade unions, adoption and succession. Then in union list, defense. Okay, it is specifically what assigned to union. State can't do anything on it. And state list, in state list, that is agriculture, police, public health, land. State has exclusive power on these matters, but in some cases union can interfere. Okay, not all the time. Yeah. Then concurrent list, especially at the time of what, emergency. Okay, yeah. Then concurrent list, what is that? Concurrent list, both union and state can have what, have power over concurrent list. Okay, both union and state has what, power over concurrent list, like, you know, the matters subjects like education, forest, trade union, adoption, succession, and there are some other matters as well, some other subjects as well. Okay, yes. So just look at your textbook. Okay, you'll get more idea about it. So next is, okay, that's about division of power. Why division of power? The very logic is states and center, there are two entities and there are very possibilities for conflict. So there must be what, distinction, right? There must be something that is exclusive for state, something exclusive for, you know, union, and something that is shared, right? Yes, in concurrent list, right? Okay. Federalism with a strong central government. Of course, even though it is federal in structure, center has supremacy over state. in many matters. Okay, yeah. Makers of the constitution believed that the socio-economic problems of the country needed to be handled by a strong central government in cooperation with the state or states. That means the makers or the makers of the constitution, framers of the constitution, believed in the idea of a government that is having superpower. We can say it's always super, okay, supreme power over the other one. That is, central government has more power over the state government. That's the very idea. The very existence of a state, including its territorial integrity, is in the hands of the parliament. You know, parliament can create new states. Example, parliament can create new states either by separating or by joining, either by separating an existing state or by combining or joining two states. Okay, yes. So territorial integrity is always with the center, okay, central government. Very powerful emergency provisions, you know, turn over federal polity into highly centralized system. So emergency, there are three kinds of emergency, we have already seen it. One is national emergency, right? Then second, presidential rule. Third one is financial emergency. One is national emergency. Then president's rule, that is in states. Then state, okay. Then financial emergency in the case of financial problems, okay, at the time. So at the time of emergency, president's rule, especially president's rule or national emergency, center has complete power on states. Okay, center can have complete power on the states. So federal polity turns into a complete a highly centralized system. Okay, center has very effective financial powers and responsibilities. Of course, finance is with center or in union list, right? So it is more power. Items generating revenue are under the control of center. That means state has to depend whom? The center for funds, for revenue or revenue generating entities. Okay, yes. Governor has certain powers to recommend dismissal of state government and dissolution of assembly. You know, governor is the head of the state, right? Nominal head of the state, and governor is an agent of the central government or the president, we can say the president. But governor is appointed by the central government, right? Yes. Center can legislate the matters in the state list if ratified by Rajya Sabha. That means center has power to legislate the matters in the state list. You know, we have seen the subjects in the state list, right? Public order, police, okay. Then these can also be changed. They can take it to union list if it is ratified by Rajya Sabha, the permanent body. Okay, yeah. So these are the the aspects or the points or the features of federalism with a strong central government. We have seen points like territorial integrity, emergency, financial power, dismissal and dissolution, then turning state list matters into moving state list matters into union list. Okay, so these all make the union government powerful, right? Yes. All India services like IAS, IPS, states can neither take disciplinary action nor can they remove these officers from service. The complete authority is on the central government. Article 33 and 34 authorize the parliament to protect persons in the service of the union or state in respect of application of martial law. What is that? Martial law? Military law, right? Yes. So Article 33 and 34 authorize the parliament to protect persons who are engaging in military service, okay, in the service of the union or state in respect of martial law. Martial law, it's done by military persons, okay. So they are also getting security, right? Security, on the matters which affect the normal people. Normal people will be affected, but this at the time of martial law, they can have military people or military service people can have protection. Okay, that's the idea. Then conflicts in India's federal system. Of course, there will be conflicts. Okay, you can see in recent times there are so many examples you can see like central government and West Bengal, central government and Kerala. Okay, you can see a lot of examples. Constitution vested very strong power in the center. The makers of the constitution has an idea of making a strong central government, right? Tensions between state and center is resolved by judiciary. Of course, judiciary is the organ responsible for settling what the tensions or conflicts between the center and the state. And yesterday we have seen judiciary in detail, right? What is that? Judiciary has the exclusive power to settle matters related to center-state dispute, right? Okay. Then constitution is only a framework or a skeleton. Constitution is actually a framework or a skeleton, and blood and flesh and blood is provided by the actual process of politics. Politics gives blood and flesh to the skeleton or framework, that is constitution. Okay. Then demands for autonomy. Of course, states may demand for autonomy. States and political parties demanded autonomy from time to time. Yes. Okay. On various matters. Then financial autonomy. That's a very important. Administrative autonomy. So these are the two autonomy states are always demanding from the union. That is financial autonomy and administrative autonomy. Financial autonomy. Most of the economic and financial aspects are vested in the center, right, or in the union. State has very limited source of revenue. States can generate very limited source of money or revenue. Okay, so they always have to depend the center for funds for developmental process. Then administrative, of course. Okay. Then role of governors and president's rule. President's rule in states. Governor is appointed by the central government. Sarkariya Commission, you might have heard of Sarkariya Commission, appointed by the center in 1983, examined the relation between center and states. So Sarkariya Commission was established to have some, to resolve actually, or to make central state relation more healthy. Okay, recommendation. Okay, it recommended the appointment of governor should be strictly non-partisan. Okay, no political activities or political perspectives must not be involved in the election or the appointment of governors. Okay, governor is indirectly elected, right? Actually, those who have retired civil servants or military officers, or those are actually being appointed as governors. So it's completely an autonomous power of the central government. So there can be politics, of course. Article 356 provides for president rule. Okay, president's rules in any state. It can be extended till 3 years. Okay, it's a very powerful tool with the center to apply president's rule in the states. Okay, at the time state assembly will be completely in a dead state. Okay, they can't do anything. Most of the time a state legislative assembly or assemblies may be dissolved. Okay, yeah. Demands for new states. State reorganization committee. Okay, of course there are demands for new states, having some language, on the basis of language or on the basis of culture. Okay, you can see Nagaland, Nagas. Yes. Then state reorganization committee. Of course, they are the ones responsible for reorganizing the states. Interstate conflicts resolved through negotiations and mutual understanding. Of course, there are many interstate conflicts. Then border disputes, sharing of river waters, border dispute. Example, we can see Belgaum, okay, between Karnataka and Maharashtra. There is always a dispute regarding Belgaum, which is actually at present, which is with the land masses with Karnataka, but there is always a conflict running. Then sharing of river waters. Example on Kaveri River between Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. Okay, yes, these disputes can be resolved only through negotiations, okay, and mutual understanding. Of course, the judiciary has some limitations in involving in these matters. Of course, judiciary does all this, but most useful mechanism is of course negotiations. Okay, yeah. So these are the important topics in federalism. Hope you understood everything. Federalism, okay, it's a division of power, strong center, conflicts, then role of, okay, yes. So hope you understood everything. Just prepare notes, as I'm always telling you, prepare notes, okay. Take care of your Indian constitution work, your NCERT 11. So see you in the next time, okay, take care, bye.